Record. Recording now. Okay.
Hello, Mr. Biswas. Welcome. My name is Nerea Villar, and I can see that you have used our service before, so that will save us some time.
Yes,
Uh,
you've been good, provided good service.
Okay. So let's start by taking some details of yourself and what you bring you here. So can I have you to confirm your name?
My name is Sumit Biswas, and I am a sole trader, and I operate a tech business under the name of BizTech.
BizTech. Okay. Is that BISTECH?
Correct. Yes.
Also, can I have your address and contact details?
Our office is on Goswell Road near the Silicon Roundabout, Old Street in central London.
Okay. Do you have any telephone number?
555-5555.
Okay. And any email?
Sumit@biztech.com.
Okay. Thank you very much. Please don't mind me if you see me taking some notes. So let's just start for. Do you mind to explain me what brings you here today?
Well, my business, I am looking to expand my business and to also take in 2 employees as partners and they will invest $150,000. Right now, I am just a sole trader, but I am looking to, since I am adding these 2 as partners, I am looking to have a business plan drawn up accordingly.
So you say you have a sole trader business, so is doing well the business, I imagine, if you want to expand it?
Yes, the business is doing well. We have profits of over $350,000 last year. And I have a business plan drawn up that is supposed to triple the turnover of the business with this additional $150,000 investment. But I'm a little tied up with family business.
Okay. Do you have any plan on how to finance this extra $1,500? Sorry, $150,000?
Yes, my 2 longest serving employees, Matthew and Naomi, that they would be contributing that capital, and they would take on most of that financial investment, and they would take on a greater role in the management of the business. It's a bit of a reward for loyalty to these 2 because they've been working for me the whole time. I don't want to relinquish control of the business to them, but I want them to contribute. I want them to take on management duties, but I don't want them to have control of the business.
Okay, that makes sense. What are the names of these prospective partners? Is it Matthew and Naomi?
Yes, Matthew and Naomi.
Naomi. Right. So your plan is to expand your business with a further inversion of $150,000. Are you going to get any other finance? Are you planning to?
I would contribute some of that extra capital, but Matthew and Naomi would be contributing most of it.
Okay. And is there any reason why you don't want to be managing the business or not so involved? Or?
Well, I want them to take on more management, but I still want to I want them to I still want to I don't want them to have control of the business. And I also want we both me, Matthew, and Naomi may want to take on additional investment in the future. And we might need outside investors for this, but in the future.
Mhm.
And again,
Future ahead, apart from this venture where you were planning to triplicate your benefits?
I'm sorry, come again?
Oh, sorry. So that's in a farther future, not just this.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, so just I'm going to go through what you just told me, just to know if I got everything correct, and just ask you a few more questions to get more into detail. So, you told me you are a sole trader for a company called BizTech. It's a technology business, I presume, and then you are making good profits at the moment. So you are having a plan, a business plan to expand the business, and then you want to include two loyal employees, Matthew and Naomi, to in this new business venture to try to finance the the £150,000 that you will need to
Correct.
okay, please getting more people into your business. Now you're a sole trader, so you have complete control over your company. So this will be a bit different from this moment on. So I'm just going to walk you through the options that you have available, just to try to make a decision accordingly. So obviously, first option, just you stay as a business, as a sole trader, you don't include anybody in your business. Second option will be to set up a partnership or a limited liability partnership. So the pros of this business structure is there's not many formalities for a partnership. So there's no, it's not very costly either. It's a bit more like a business trader. And then this will give you some freedom on how you want to arrange your partnership. Though if you want this to happen, if you want to keep control over your partnership, and then you want to have this power to take decisions at the same time, you will need to draft a partnership agreement, or else just in the absence of a partnership agreement, all the shares are distributed equally. Everybody has the same voting rights.
I don't want that.
Okay, you can be bound by third parties. So the cons of a partnership is that obviously, same as a sole trader, you are going to have unlimited responsibility. So if the business venture run into losses, or if you have any problem, you're going to be personally liable for all these debts. So that's something to have into account. If you get a partnership, limited liability partnership, this problem with the unlimited responsibility will be solved. But also this would imply that it's a bit more expensive, because you have to go through some formalities, same as companies, to set up this. So if you have the company, if you choose to have a company, there's something very attractive about companies in this situation, in your situation, where you can have still ownership of the company, but you don't need to be managing the company. So that will be two separate things. So you will have, you'll be running the business as a owner, you will have your shares, and then Naomi and Matthew could be the directors of the company. So this can give rise to situations. So
And they can
They
also, they can be directors of the company and they can manage it as well.
exactly. So directors run the day-to-day business. So they take all the decisions to run the business, all the little details and stuff. So in your situation, it's more likely, obviously, that you will have most of the shares, depending on how you draft the company agreement. You will have, you can just say how much power you have in those decisions, even though you are not a director. So it's the option that you are not a director at all. You are just you have your shares and you don't want to know anything about the management. So that's an option.
Okay.
Problem with that is that Matthew and Naomi will then have to give you notice of board meetings. They will pass resolutions. So that could be a problem. But also, if you have most of the shares, you have a veto, so you can just veto decisions. Ordinary resolution can pass with 50% of votes. So if you have most of the shares, they couldn't pass all these votes. And also, depending on the percentage of share that you have, if you have more than 75, you could pass you alone the special resolution. So let's say to change a director
Okay, I like that.
or things like that. Okay, so that's a very good point about companies. Also, you can still not be a director, not be involved in these things, and then do a shareholders agreement with them. So you wouldn't have to bother in all these management duties or anything like that.
Okay.
So you can't also amend the model articles. So in a way, model articles are the law that is going to apply to your company in absence of any articles of your own if you don't draft anything.
I have a
So
choice, right? I can have those or I can make my own.
you can amend those articles, you can leave those articles, or you can even tailor make your own articles. So that's why it's important before
Okay.
starting just to go through these things, mostly if you want to make sure you still manage the business, even though if it's not in a daily basis. So that's an option too. You can also, if you choose not to be an executive director, non-executive director, that means that you don't have to be either in the day-to-day business, but you can just take decisions. You need to be informed. You can still take decisions and assist to the board meetings, but they will give you notice of it, but you don't have to be so involved as long as you are informed what's going on and everything. Though if you are not informed and if you don't follow this process, you can be in breach of your duty to due diligence as a director, because a director enters into some heavy duties and some responsibilities. So that's something to have into account too. Regarding the future events that you were mentioning, how to raise finance if you want some people to invest in your business, to put some money, let's say. So if you want to get a loan or if you want to raise finance for the future plans you were talking about, you have also to consider this, because partnerships, limited liability partnerships, have the problem that is more difficult for them to get inversion from third parties, or to get a loan. It's a bit easier for companies just because they can grant floating charges and because they have more prestige, to say, in a way. So if you are considering also this choice to raise finance, this is something that you have to have into account. Lastly, so we discussed about formalities, management, how you raise finance liability. You have also to have into account for tax purposes what would be more suitable for you. If you want to have some dividends and if you want to split the shares, or how you want to take the profits out of the company or the partnership. So for a partnership, for tax purposes, you pay income tax on your profits. So
Mhm.
it's fair equally, and then you just pay that income tax, and so that will be more or less how it goes. So if you have a company, your profits, you have to, it's more flexible on how you can manage your tax options. So you either can keep the profits in the company and then just pay the sorry, just one second. You can pay the company tax, which is 19%. Also, if you take out the dividends, the problem that has is that it's double tax. So you pay company tax and the dividend tax, but you have a dividend allowance and
Question is,
so
would that be lower than my regular income tax rate?
it's quite, so you're
My
paying
current, my profits as a sole trader were $350,000, and that was, that's top tax rate. So,
so that's the higher tax rate, which is it goes from 20% to so higher tax rate is 55%. So the good news about the company is that you can manage how much money you want to take out, how much tax you pay on those things, depending on how is your tax situation at the moment. So that will give you some flexibility. Though I also have to warn you, because you seem a bit more convinced with a company choice. The perks of a company, formality-wise, is more strict. It's more expensive to set up.
okay.
You also have to publish your accounts, have them audited every year. You have to publish some details and register a lot of details that can give information to the competency. Sorry, to your yeah, to your competency. You say competency, right? To
Yeah,
your yes.
yeah, I think so.
Sorry, and then that will give you some disadvantages. You will be a bit more exposed than if you have a partnership. Though you can always have a shareholders agreement just to make it more private, let's say, so you don't have to publish everything, because the model, the article that you choose to run your company with will be public, will be made public. Partnership doesn't have that problem. So that is really up to you how you want to run your business, or what your choices at the end. I don't know if I left anything out of the table, if you want to ask any question, or if you are more convinced about any option.
No, I think I am personally preferring to have to avoid partnerships,
Okay.
either the general partnership or a limited liability partnership. And I think I like the idea of a private limited company better.
Okay. So what we can do now is I'm just going to write down all your details. I'm going to send you an email after this conversation with all the information that I've gathered, all the options that I've just explained to you,
Okay.
and any other question that I think you should be considering. And once you answer to that email and we check all the information we can start thinking about a company set up and to start your business as soon as possible.
Okay.
And
Is there a cost estimate for
so I have to send it on the email, because I cannot tell you right now exactly how that's going to be. I can tell you it's just for the agreement, it can be up to £3,000. And also you will have to pay for the inscription in the company's house to
right? Okay.
register your agreement, and then just to set up the company, all the contributions and all the formalities you have to go through.
Okay.
But I'll send everything on the email. I'll explain you a bit more. You of course can contact me if you have any other questions
Okay.
that you want to discuss.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so thank you for coming. I'll send the email as soon as I can. And it was nice to meet you.
Oh, nice to meet with you as well. Thank you.
Thank you.